Welcome back to a new video. As you may or may not know, I've been spending the last 3 weeks back at my family's house in Belgium. I wanted to spend Christmas here. And right now I'm sitting in the very basement that I was confined to after my first and my second cancer. This is the very basement I used to retreat in. I used to plot in. I used to sit down and ponder on the future. This is where I constructed my plan over 11 years ago. So I found it only fitting that today I would make a video talking about creating purpose, creating a plan. I know a lot of you people watching my channel are looking for that. They're looking for a way out of their reality. So I'm going to try to detail how I did that for me. And the way I did that is, and this is why I always like to say, and forgive me guys, if that's the burner, that's like the gates of hell opening, that's how it sounds, right? It'll pass. That's the heating of the house turning on, because it is below zero in Belgium right now. But that's not going to stop us, the same way cancer didn't stop me, the same way heartbreak didn't stop me. The same way my scar or food falling out of my mouth when I eat didn't stop me. It did not stop me from reaching the manifestation that I constructed in here. And when I say manifestation, a lot of people, they like to think, if they just think about something, if they just shout positive affirmations at the mirror, it's gonna come like that. Nothing's gonna come like that. You need a plan. You need a plan and you need to execute. But first you need to find a way to be emotionally driven every single day to stay in it, because this shit sucks. Life is objectively, if you take a step back and if you look at it for what it is, it's kind of dark, it's kind of shitty, and bad stuff happens all the time, and seemingly now more than ever, right? So you need to find a way to bypass that emotionally and spiritually and create your own reality. And that's why I always say life is a video game. And I feel like people think they get the concept, but really they don't. When I say life is a video game, what I mean is, first of all, you are in control of your avatar. You get to shape yourself the way you want to. Fashion is your strongest weapon. The way you do your hair. But then also the gym, that's why I love the gym, because I'm constantly sculpting and recreating my avatar. I rolled with the punches. I took a good look in the mirror. I looked at the pieces that were presented in front of me, and I said, what can I do with this? I look like a Frankenstein, all right? Like, how can I flip this in something that'll serve me down the line? How can I make cancer the best thing that ever happened to me? Because that's another thing. Before I even got to the point of rearranging my avatar, I was stuck in the why me? Why did this happen to me? How could this happen to me? How am I going to overcome this? And truth be told, I couldn't. I could not. The same way you cannot tell a parent that has lost a child that there's a positive aspect to that. What are you going to tell somebody who's lost their husband or their wife? What are you going to tell them? How? And this is where I go all in on delusion and the fact that perception is reality. Again, people feel like they think they know what that means. Perception is reality. What I'm saying is, in order for me to figure out the way to accept my cancer and to accept my scar and to accept all the things that happened to me, I had to be really, really creative. So the first thing I did, I said, okay, if I can figure out a way to make cancer the best thing that ever happened to me, if I can look back at my timeline when I'm 80 years old and confidently state that objectively my life turned out for the better because of the cancer, then it's fine, it's okay. This is just a chapter in my heroic novel, right? So cancer had to become the main catalyst for me to reach something extraordinary. And so I could tell that, there you go, if you keep going, the noise goes away. If you don't stop, I could have stopped that video and I could have waited for that annoying sound to pass, But this train doesn't stop, baby. It ain't going nowhere. We ain't slowing down for nothing. All right? Back to the lecture at hand. I had to figure out a way that cancer was the greatest thing that happened to me. So I said, look, this is a tough one, but I'm creative, luckily. And I said, I'm getting all these stares and looks on the street and in society. So let me convert that. Let me convert that energy that is being directed my way into something that serves me. So naturally, my mind went to video. I do not have a passion for video. This is not my thing. I didn't go to film school. I don't even watch movies. I'm not like a Dawson's Creek who grew up on Steven Spielberg movies. Like, this is not my passion. I was just pragmatic and rational, and I came to the natural conclusion that I should monetize this beak, monetize this face, turn it into a goddamn wing. And that way it wasn't crippling me. That way it wasn't keeping me up at night. So I created this philosophy where I said, anything that gets thrown my way, I'm going to flip it. No such thing as positive or negative energy. That's like saying there's positive or negative fire. That's like saying there's positive or negative water. It's power, it's energy. All right? You use it to your benefit. So I said, if I put my face in a thumbnail, I'm going to get clicks, I'm going to get views. I'm going to be able to reach people. I'm going to be able to help people. I'm talking to you right now. Some kid, some girl who's watching you from Alaska. Some kid, some girl who's watching you from India. I'm talking to you. Some kid, some girl who's watching me from Senegal, the Dominican Republic, Peru. Like, I know you guys are watching. Like, and I know some of you, especially when the days get dark like they do now at the end of December. And I know a lot of people are struggling with suicidal thoughts and feelings of extreme loneliness in these days. So I know I'm making a change. I know I'm literally reaching out through the screen and touching someone as we speak. And because of that, because I moved a pebble, a rock in the stream of life, because I made a change, because I made an impact in your life, this cancer was indeed the thing that made me a better person. And it was indeed a positive. It was indeed a plus. And that's how I'm able to live with that. That's how I'm able to give that meaning. I needed that. Otherwise, I would have had a mundane life with a mundane perfect face and a mundane perfect family. But who needs that when you can turn it into goddamn Darth Vader of positivity and motivation, right? This turned out to be a win, guys. And I challenge you to be creative and to look at the worst thing that has been bestowed upon you and to realize that this is a video game. It really is. None of this stuff matters. All of the people that you know, they're going to die. They're not going to remember you because they're going to be dead themselves. Like, it's really not that serious. It's really not. So, if it is a video game, sculpt your avatar. Turn yourself into something that you like. Something that stands out. Something that makes your personality shine. Okay? Secondly, find purpose. Okay? And you can get creative with that. Like, I find mini purposes all the time. That's why I love love. That's why I love women. Because when I'm single, I go on a romantic conquest every single day. I go to the gym, I do some curls, I do some delts, I got a good pump going, and then I tell myself, side quest on the way home. If you see a beautiful woman, it is your duty as the Darth Vader of positivity to approach her and shoot your shot. Make Kobe proud. That's what I do. So when I see a girl, I'm like, let me see if I can build this off. Boom. It's not about the sex, which is hypothetical. Like, usually, or actually every time there is no sex. Like, it's about the fact that if you can go over there and say something, make yourself know you've already won. Not just that. After that, I'm going to make a video, try to touch someone. Try to motivate someone and do something positive. Like, I'm just constantly giving myself these little games within the game. And that's how my days pass. Okay, that's the stuff that really matters. Until I arrive to the greatest purpose of them all, at the same time, the easiest and most standard purpose of them all, which is to procreate and make a life and to try to raise that person to be the best person they can be. And that's how you change the world, by raising your children the right way. But at the same time, that is kind of also, when you begin that final quest, all of your side quests have to have been handled and have to be out of your system. Otherwise, you're gonna be raising a child while you're distracted, while you're selfishly distracted at the goals and the side quests that deep down inside you still had. So that's why it's important you follow the plan step by step. Okay, what I always talk about. So right now I'm still in the phase of building my empire. I'm still doing my side quest. I'm still trying to motivate and help people. But this whole arc has made my life so interesting, because I used to be in here. I used to think about the upcoming surgeries, the upcoming chemotherapies and all that stuff. And I'd be like, man, I don't know how I'm going to do it. But I always found short-term ways to make it happen and to overcome and to just simply stay alive, okay? And so now when I come back here and I look at those past 11 years, I can only look back and smile. We've come such a far way, and the best is yet to come. And I'm not saying that to that's not me being delusional or me lying to myself. I was delusional in the beginning. When I look at myself in my first YouTube videos and I invite you to watch them, they're like 8 years old, I have no idea how I mustered up the strength to go outside like that. Like, man, that was not a person that loved himself. But I put on a brave face, I cocked back my shoulders, put up my chin in the air, and I faked it. I deluded myself. And it works. It works, guys. Let your inner light outshine your physical shell. It's the halo effect. I've been talking about this. But then again, it's like in the video game, where you jump on a mushroom and all of a sudden you have a halo. That's how I treated life, until I arrived to a point where it came naturally. Now, I no longer need to fake it. I'm content with myself. I no longer need alcohol to feel confident and to be outgoing. I've arrived. I'm 36. I'm hitting my prime as a man. I'm at that perfect moment in time, those crossroads between wisdom and physical strength and youth. And I'm aware of it, I'm enjoying it, and it's amazing. And this purpose, like talking to you guys on the daily, is the greatest thing that I could have asked for. And I'm inviting you to be creative and to figure out what that thing is. What is the biggest thing holding you back? Because that's going to be the biggest catalyst. That's going to be the biggest source of energy to propel you into your best you. Whatever trauma you've gone through or you're going through, you can pour that into a mold of creativity. You can reach others with that who are going through that. For example, okay? Like, all the stuff that you need is already here. It's already here. Yet another cliche, but people don't know what it means. That's what that means. Everything that's being thrown at you, that is life throwing you baseballs. And it's your job to knock it out the goddamn park. That's on you. Or you can look at it as stones being casted at you. Like, oh no, you gotta fight back. You gotta go on the attack. You gotta stir the pot. You gotta attack life. Don't play defense, guys. Go on the offense. Always. Be bold, be brazen. And this world is so filled, now more than ever, with people who are so scared and so anxious. Anxiety is everywhere. That if they come across someone who's not like that if they come across someone who's not playing defense but is playing offense, you'll automatically stand out. Your gravitational pull will be so incredibly powerful. All the good things that you could dream of will come to you. You'll be the center of your universe. And there we have that noise again. This time I will stop, because that's all I had to say today. I'm not going to make a super long video. I just wanted to give you guys a refresher. I just wanted to help you guys understand how I've tackled it. How I am every single day. I made cancer my whole entire identity. I made my tragedy my identity. I've embraced it. I'm riding the wave. I'm not shouting at it. I'm not cursing at it. I'm not running from it. I'm hopping on this wave. If the wave is a jaw amputation, chemo, a bone marrow transplant, cancer, and walking around with no bottom teeth, then that's the wave, baby. You only got one wave. That wave is life. You don't get no reruns. You don't get no resets. You're gonna die, man. You're gonna die real soon, and so will I. So let's get it going. 2025, man. We're about to get it. I know I'm about to get it. I'm about to take off. Like being back in this basement these last couple of weeks, it has lit a fire up under my ass, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the next year, because I'm about to double up. I'm about to do everything I did last year and then some. Double up, go harder, more content, better physical shape, more love, more tragedy, more whatever what comes with being on the offense, whatever that comes with stirring the goddamn pot. That's what we're doing. That's what's on the menu. And I hope that's on the menu for you guys. And if it isn't, let this be your wake-up call. It's time to get in on this. Speaking of getting in, if you are looking for a mentor, if you want to do this in an interactive setting where I talk to you live and direct on video once a week, send me an email. We can make it happen. I still have open slots for my mentorship and coaching service. Alright? The email is below the video. Like the video, leave a comment, and as always, guys, stir the pot. Be on the offense. Love you. Thank you for watching. Peace.